In the mid-1960s, rock and roll explodes. Short and shaggy-haired groups are suddenly everywhere along Vancouver's 4th Avenue, in Winnipeg's community centers, Montreal's dance halls, and the clubs and coffee houses that spring up along Toronto's Yorkville and Yonge Street. Most start as cover bands playing well-worn hits like Satisfaction and Ticket to Ride. But the ones that stand out from the pack are writing hits of their own. Canadian TV shows like It's Happening and Let's Go, the forerunners of MTV and Much Music, zero in on this new music, giving local heroes their 5 minutes of fame.
Well, there was that show in the early 60s that went from city to city. It was a CBC show, and in Vancouver, the house band were the Classics.
There was a fellow named Tom Baird, who was an immensely talented keyboard player in our band, in the Classics. And he was, I think, an integral part of that as well, because he was just a wonderful musician.
Right now, we'd like to do a song that the Classics put out on record that Tom wrote, and it's called Aces High, the Classics.
It had been an audition process. A lot of the local bands had gotten involved, including probably Tommy Chong and his band. Then we ended up getting the gig.
You talk about the great Canadian Idol. That's what Music Hop or Let's Go was all about. And out of that, we got Tommy Chong, who was from here, teamed up with a guy called Jimi Hendrix and another one called Bobby Taylor, and they would appear on the show.
Tom Baird co-wrote with Tommy Chong, Does Your Mama Know About Me?
The Canadian music scene in the mid-1960s continues to thrive locally, but without any national musical infrastructure. There is no cross-country radio airplay or touring circuits, so West Coast musicians look south to the psychedelic sounds of California. Like San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury, Vancouver's music scene is based in incense-filled clubs like The Afterthought and the Retinal Circus. Dozens of adventurous bands spring up with their own mind-expanding light shows and groovy poster art. The most successful of these is The Collectors.
We formed the Collectors. That evolved out of the Classics. Bill joined us, and Ross Turney, as a drummer, joined us.
I had them in their first performance as the Collectors. And nobody knew where they were from, who they were, so their manager knew that he couldn't build them as a Canadian band, so he had billboards up around town saying the Collectors are coming. So I ended up having a lineup around the block to come in, and it was a big success.
We had a demo of about 12 songs, which a friend of ours took down to LA, and his first stop was Valiant Records, and they said, don't take this anywhere else.
It was easier for us to travel 1,500 miles to LA, and there was, a great center of music there, than it was for us to go 3,000 to Toronto or to New York.
The very last Let's Go show that the Collectors did was really on a visit to Vancouver from LA. So we came back and did Let's Go just as a Collectors special.
Look at her, baby, what do you see? What do you see? Looking at her,
baby. This band was doing what we wanted to do and actually doing albums. We were still doing singles and putting them together to be an album. These guys were doing like albums, like big musical statements as a band.
My dad brought home this record, and he said, look, you guys, it's a Canadian band. Canadian, I'm Canadian. They're a Canadian band. It was the first Canadian band that had a big billboard on the Sunset Strip.
The Collectors were very hot when they first hit LA. They were getting a lot of work. They were a very popular band.
And so the Collectors were one of the bands from there, although I don't really remember, being just a tiny, tiny kid. But Chilliwack, certainly.
Before we did the album in New York, Howie Vickers left the band, and Bill became essentially the lead singer.
The strongest song from that first album was Reno. We actually played Reno on Rock 2, if you remember Rock 2 out in Toronto. We did quite well there.
In vain, I tell you, we're all the same.
'cause there you stand, saying, man, it's not for real, 'cause we're the ones who get to steal the show. And I don't know, I guess you're right, but even so, if there's no audience, it just ain't no show. So rain, oh rain, won't you fall on me again? Because I'm only mold and settle on my brain.
They were legendary, and through whatever happened or didn't happen, they didn't get the greatness that they really truly deserve, because they were really forerunners in that Canadian West Coast scene.
Saying, man, it's not for real, 'cause we're the ones who get to steal the show. And I don't know, I guess you're right, but even so, if there's no audience, it just ain't no show.
Like the Collectors in Vancouver, Winnipeg's The Guess Who get the gig as the Let's Go house band, covering hits by acts like The Doors and Vanilla Fudge. The turning point comes when a young Beatle-banged Burton Cummings and burly guitar whiz Randy Bachman start playing guitar and keyboard riffs of their own in Cummings' mother's kitchen.
The start of the second season, Larry Brown, the CBC producer, said, you know, I hear that you and Randy are writing some songs. Why don't you write a couple of original songs, play them for me, and if I like them, you can do them on the show. One of those songs ended up being These Eyes.
Cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again. The curtains on me, yeah. I will never be free.
Bam, These Eyes was a million seller, and it was numbing at the time to think that this song that came out of these little beginnings was suddenly everywhere.
When I came up with the idea to use These Eyes in a track that I had called Stick to Your Vision, it was hearing it on a compilation brought back memories, because it wasn't a record, it was history.
These eyes.
Seen a lot of shame in the game.
These eyes.
Seen a lot of pain with the fame.
These eyes.
Seen a lot of highs and lows, but that's just the way life goes.
These eyes.
Seen my name written in the lights.
These eyes.
I seen a lot of things in my life.
Yeah, Guess Who, they did some great records back then.
It was all about Burton Cummings' voice.
That signature, like, lead singer, gigantic, throaty sounding voice that a Chris Cornell from Soundgarden or Audioslave has now.
He plays guitar like a songwriter. At the end of the day, he always still plays the song as he conceived it in his head. His guitar solos are always just really memorable parts.
I mean, he had a lot of influences. He'd listen to country music, he'd listen to a little jazz, he'd listen to this, and it all kind of came out in his solos.
And so with the Lenny Bro finger picking and the little bit of jazz here and there and the Hank Marvin thing, suddenly I had a guitar style that I'd put together.
The Guess Who, now, when they broke in the U.S., you know, they did really, really, really well, and they influenced a lot of bands.
In the United States, they were doing Coca-Cola commercials with Aretha Franklin and Ray Charles and different things, so they decided to do it in Canada, too.
When I got the message, it was like thrilling. A Coke commercial, and it wasn't a commercial at all. They wanted Burton Cummings and I to write half of an album, and they were then asking Les Emerson to write half of an album. So they would put the Staccatos, who became the five-man electrical band, on one side and put us on the other side, and this album was to be sold by Coca-Cola as a promotional item with 10 bottle caps and $1.
Sold a zillion of them. We still go out and play, and people are still bringing that album up to be signed.
Since then, I've come to respect Les as one of the great Canadian songwriters. Every 5 or 6 years, somebody records Signs.
The timing was just right for it. It was kind of a protest song of sorts, but it was just kind of an observation. A lot of people identified with it. Our second single was called Absolutely Right. That did really, really well, too. That sold, I don't know, maybe 750,000 records, and it really did well.
Here I am again, mama. I'm knocking on your door. He let me in, I swear I won't be the way I was before. Just don't you know that I've been thinking about what you told me, rolling it over in my mind. And much to my surprise, I find you were absolutely right. You've been right all along.
We made a mark, and we did it, and people remember the song. You know, that's what's important to me.
So suddenly we had 5 or 6 million sellers. We had a gold album, we had gold singles. Well, where's there else to go? The phone call comes, American Woman is #1.
And to hear that news that Wednesday afternoon that we were #1 in Billboard, it was astounding. And it stayed there for 3 weeks.
American woman, gonna mess your mind. American woman, gonna mess